You ready?
Yes.
Are you situated? Are you comfortable?
No, I'm never comfortable these days.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chip GT,
I'm Sid 480.
and we are doing an update to our build versus buy cost comparison from episode 2. So,
Look in the description. Link should be there.
yes,
Making it easy.
yes, if for all the costs that are associated with the cabinets and for our complete breakdown of all the components that you're going to need, look at episode 2. It's all there. This is strictly just a budgetary cost update. So without any further delay, let's coin in and push that start button. You're good. I've never wanted somebody to start the nuclear reactor as badly as I want you to right now. Joe, aka Sid, is on location in my arcade today. The pinball machine is off camera, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, we need to do a recap of some of the features that are built into your prefab, and then we'll talk about the budget build, and then where I kind of ran off the rails.
That was elegant.
Yes.
The total cost. So mine, the prefab kit, came with the entire body, the artwork, the T-molding, I bought the coin door separate and bought the audio separate, the buttons, as well as the
joystick.
the joystick.
Yeah.
All that, as well as 3 separate monitors. I got 2 TVs and a laptop monitor that all put together to my computer, my existing computer. Totaled about $1,700. A little over $1,700.
And that had speakers in your back box.
Yeah,
included.
everything was pre-cut. Everything was ready to go right out of the box.
So
I didn't have to do any machining. I didn't have to do anything. Just put it together like you would in IKEA. Anything.
right, simple household tools. You didn't have to buy anything extra. A screwdriver, Allen keys. That's pretty much
Yeah.
it. So when I originally built my pinball machine, I designed it to be a full-size Williams wide-body cabinet. I planned to have 11 buttons. I put in a Pinscape board, a CSD kit, which is for the solenoids and shaker motor, and then the plunger. I still do not have artwork yet. I originally started with 2 monitors, not 3. I did the chrome side rails, a lockdown bar, legs with levelers. I got a coin scrap picked. The 2 monitors were also scrap picked. And I installed a 7.1 audio surround sound system in there for SSF, 544 addressable LEDs, and 10 total solenoids in the shaker motor. And that's where I said, okay, this is the baseline. And that was about $613. That is a true budget build. But the budget build is 100% DIY and, picking trash cans, fixing broken parts, things of that nature. Now, since then, you got yours.
Yes.
I became insanely jealous.
He built his first. That is
Right.
that it started this whole thing. He put it together because he had a desire and a dream and time. And
Right. The biggest things when you're building your own is you must have time. But if you're doing a prefab, time is against you. But you need money. And when you're doing a prefab, time is against you, and you need money
and the know-how.
This is for a prefab.
Yes. In comparison to the prefab.
For a budget build, a DIY, time is your friend. But however, you're going to be spending money gradually, smaller increments over time to build your cabinet, rather than needing it all at once.
Yeah.
So, since then, I became insanely jealous of his cabinet, and because the artwork was amazing, the back box looked great. It had a more modern aesthetic with how Stern and Jersey Jack and Spooky and American. Am I missing anybody?
Chicago.
Okay, I'm missing a few. Sorry if you're watching this, I forgot you. But
send me
most
gifts instead.
Yeah, most modern pinball machines are 3 monitors, and you have a full DMD instead of a dot matrix display. And I really needed to upgrade my back box first because my back box looked like garbage. So, with that said, I spent some money, and just to build the back box and have the back box hardware by itself, it was a total of $106. That is the latching brackets, the pivot hinges, the wood to actually, build the back box itself. That's just that cost. Then we built the display and speaker panel, and I splurged on this one. I mean, we got a tax return. It was nice. So I decided, okay, time to go to 3 monitors instead of 2. So I spent $200 on a Spooky screen. I had to 3D print some parts. I bought a whole bunch of Stern parts, and the total cost for that display and speaker panel, just the display and speaker panel, was $521. So I spent some money there. Putting that in the back box, there was some hardware that I needed and 3D printed parts that I had to do. All those plans I have provided to you online. They're all on the various links for some of the projects that we built. It's all on Thingiverse. You'll be able to find it. Just do a search for VPin Wizardry and you'll find it. It's really easy to find. But altogether, that was about $45 for the 3D printed filament and for the hardware. And then I bought some extra lights, and that was about $50 for the extra string of lights on Amazon. And I got extra wires so that I could actually run wiring through the lights and everything. Please look at the past videos between episode 2 and now to figure out what all I did. So with that brought my total price up to $1,335. So, and I'm not done yet. We still have much more content coming out this year.
And that's not all.
And that's not all. I still need to put on artwork. I still need a speaker audio amp. I want to do a CSD expansion board for my pin skateboard so that I can do 5 high-powered, and I'm talking like 45 volts here, high-powered solenoids for a knocker, a 3-chime array, and a bell. I also want to add in a gear motor. And then we're going to have some finishing touches, like putting a computer in here and finishing it all up. If I do that, this is not including the computer, but if I do that, that will bring my total price. My estimate right now is $567 for that over the course of the whole summer. Okay. So if I do that, I'm going to be at $1,903 for the entire machine, which blows the budget a little bit, right, compared to what you have. My goal was to stay under his cost, so I'm going over by about little less than $200. Now, with that said, this cabinet will have, and it already has, 840 individually addressable RGB LEDs that work in real time with the pinball software. 10 solenoids, 1 shaker motor. I have the 3-chime array. It's upstairs right now, and it's soaking because it's roached out. It's disgusting. So it's soaking in some cleaning solution. It will have a knocker motor. I already have 7.1 audio SSF enabled surround sound in the cabinet, and that's pretty legit. And then I have a tilt bob. Out of any of that, you don't have any of that.
This goes back to you do what you want.
Yes.
I don't want any of that. Mine, the way mine works is the same way it worked when I originally turned it on. I have no desire for any of these, but if you want to add it, you can.
Right. So, can he play pinball?
Yes.
Yes. Does it feel like a real pinball? No. Does it have flashing lights like a real pinball?
If the back box is acting up, maybe.
And then your audio, your audio sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good.
2-speaker technology.
Right. So the 7.1 gives you a whole bunch of real-time depth from what you see on your screen. It sounds amazing. It's a total game changer. It's the cheapest, most affordable, and quickest way that you can make your pinball more realistic. I'll say that right now. But if you did want to add all these things, it would cost you about $928. More. So, if you wanted to add those things, which you don't, but it would cost you about $2,600. Still under the real price of a real pinball machine. Significantly under the price of a real pinball machine. However, when you do those things, you probably will. You've looked into it.
Yeah.
When you probably do those things, I will win because the DIY would be $700 cheaper.
Well, I mean, you've had to rebuild a few things.
Right.
And,
yeah, but you've learned from my mistakes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So,
well, when you originally sent me the details of how to build one from home, like build one your own, I looked at it, it was just, nah. I'll just buy it. Yeah,
it's easier just to buy it and put it.
I'm gonna have to buy a whole bunch of sawing equipment and
right.
And all that.
Yeah. We still have more videos coming down the pipeline, and coming next is hopefully some artwork. Did you give me some artwork for my birthday?
I've contributed.
I've contributed.
I mean, give me a Sharpie. I can get you some artwork.
Yes. So hopefully next week I'll be jumping for joy with the cardboard tube in my hand. We'll see how that goes.
Hello, Future Chip GT here, and while Sid was here, I forgot to do a tie-in to this next bit. I decided, since this was his first time being over here since it was done, that he should give it a play and then give me his honest feedback. So that's next.
I think I like the Christopher wool felt to the original one, but can't beat the original one.
Oh, apparently that was X-ray glasses.
Bullfield. I got a free game.
And a high score. Yeah, go ahead. Put your name on my machine.
Don't mind if I draw.
That's going to be on there a while.
I got 6 credits in there. I got you a free game on your virtual computer.
And there you go. Reaction?
Honest reaction, your virtual system is vastly superior to mine.
Yes.
Yeah, staying off in the background, hands up. It is vastly superior. I mean, you do have movie theater quality music for pinball. Plays great. There's no... it may be just your system build, but like the frames are phenomenal. Like there's no break in action. The only thing I wish I could do is get better at it, because I really stink at some of your tables.
Maybe for Christmas I'll get you a lighting.
Yeah, it's user error.
Yeah, the lighting kits are also fairly inexpensive, but yeah, they go a long way. I mean, having the lights and the speakers.
It adds to the ambiance. It adds to the thing, and it's really neat.
I mean, I was kind of stepped back. I was just watching you play James Bond and watching like the underglow change as you're going from boss to boss, and then like the back coloring. I mean, you don't really pay attention to it. It's just eye candy for your peripherals.
Yeah. Well, it's eye candy for everyone around and all that stuff. It's like on a traditional pinball machine, you can get all that stuff added. And it just adds to the ambiance, adds to the awesomeness.
Yeah, but like if you have a real pinball machine, let's say you actually have the James Bond table, right? And you want to put that speaker glow in there, it's one freaking color. That's it. Or maybe it has a couple of effects where it pulls up and down. It's not interactive as you're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, how much money? You think about that. Mark and I had a conversation about that. You think about that. How much money do you think Stern and Jersey Jack would charge for a kit like that?
I know you can get toy kits that come from like third-party vendors and all that stuff.
Hundreds of dollars.
Oh, easily.
$30. $30 for a virtual machine. Well, I mean, that's assuming you already have a lighting controller and a power supply. $30 for the actual lights. $30. $30. So, jackpot. Anyway. Thanks for playing my machine and putting a high score on it.
You're welcome. Try to beat it.
Sibling rivalry at its best. The true budget cost that I've had with trash picking and everything is like $613. Do not be afraid to do a DIY. Use my videos as a guide.
It is absurd how easy it is to put together a working, functioning virtual pinball machine.
Right.
And all the work that you've done is very evident. It feels exactly like a regular pinball machine.
Right.
The sounds, the blinking lights, the feel of the solenoids. It feels like you are playing a standard pinball machine. Or
right.
It's really impressive. And yes, the green-eyed monster has bitten me. But
well,
I know how to say no to that.
So we do have some interesting things in the works right now with my friend Mark. So just as a little teaser, I spoke with him before this thing goes to Cincinnati. We're going to go over to his house and put it in his basement. And we are going to play real machines and then play a virtual machine. And he's going to invite people from the real pin community to try the virtual pinball machine and give their thoughts on it. So it'll be an interesting video series for that. We're going to do maybe one pinball machine per video, but we're probably going to do all the recording in one day, which will be
a long day.
A long day. But if you found this video entertaining, if you've learned something throughout the series, please give it a like, please subscribe, share this with your friends if they're interested in building a pinball machine. Thank you so much for watching these videos. We're up to 200 subscribers now, if you can believe that. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one.
Is there outro music?
No, it just spins around and
cue the outro.
It fades out.
Much like our conversations.